Hello everyone, I am JUFSheik64. I got a haircut yesterday. And we are back with more Brony Dungeons and Dragons. Last week we left off at the end of the chapter. Amber had just evolved into her final evolution form. I could have worded that, I don't know, less redundant. Pokemon reference failed. Jay used Pokemon reference, but it failed. Anyway, and we're about to see the gnomes. I'm really hoping that they're all like carbon copies of season 1 Ivan, and current Ivan is just gonna be like, oh, is that what I sounded like? But I'll be fine if it's not. Beginning in 3, 2, 1, click. Part 174, Earth and Sky.
Greetings and welcome, one and all. It is time for Brony Dungeons and Dragons, and goodness, we are on the final stretch of this season.
You know what I find hilarious is that you say, "Good evening, everyone. It is time for Brony Dungeons and Dragons," but the full intro is "and goodness" tacked on the end.
Well,
I do say that a lot.
speaking of goodness, who's here is excited to meet Ivan's clan for the first time?
I
Yes.
am.
In the words of Sideshow Bob, we shall send you to heaven before we send you to hell.
Ooh.
I liked it.
Why did you like it? We worked very hard to get out of hell, thank you very much.
Okay, fine. Super mega death hell. Better?
Is he fired yet?
Not till the end of the season.
Oh,
So,
please.
two-
If that
two
doesn't
more-
become an actual location in one of Josh's future campaigns, I will be legitimately shocked.
So basically, just 2 more episodes. Well,
Oh, no.
after the...
Your suffering will last far longer than that.
Yeah, but you won't be in charge of it.
No, I mean, when you say episodes, do you mean sessions or episodes as in uploaded to the fans? Because I'm pretty sure the sessions are going to go for more than 2.
Chapters, how about that?
Okay, that's better, yes.
Why do you have to be so particular?
Pedantic.
Because it's the only way to be right.
That ain't.
What ain't?
You could try actually being right.
No, I'm
Oh.
in particular then. Okay, look, I'm rambling too much. Josh, take the throne.
Well, I'm glad that I have your permission.
Good boy, you know your place.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's been an honor knowing Shay.
So, I think I shall get this started if no one else has any other objections, quips, gripes, moans, or complaints.
Yes, sir.
I'm hearing a lot of salt.
My back's a little itchy, but otherwise I'm okay.
Pretty update.
Already my face hurts from
Yeah,
smiling.
itchy back. Yeah, I get what you were referencing. All right.
I don't get the
anyways.
reference.
Humans are awesome sometimes.
In the last chapter, the party revisited the Mummy King, revealing himself to be an old king during the days of the Netherese Empire, and prophesied a terrible doom coming to the multiverse. Following his advice, the party traveled to Optimar, finding the city abandoned. After investigating the area, they found the dwarves had tunneled through the mountain. However, they found a zombie dwarf army led by Venomous to finish the dwarves off once and for all. The party skirmished with this army, and victory was in sight before the bridge was blown up, and party was scattered to the depths below Optimar. The party faced several encounters with surviving members of Venom and discovered a small party of air gnomes who led them to a strange underground city that none of them had visited before. Many things will come to light to this day, good and bad.
New place. Ooh, this looks nice.
Oh, dude!
Meanwhile,
Pretty.
Wow.
It's pretty.
It does look like an underground cumulus.
You see the city. Hundreds of small gnome-like people are bustling about. Blacksmithing, mining, crafting, and talking. It's a whole underground metropolis. But the people that you see mining seem to be very different in appearance from the people who are currently escorting you. Their eyes are a little bit larger, their skin a little bit darker, and still at the same time paler. Brown hair rather than white hair. Lots of dirt.
Earth gnomes.
So, very interesting civilization you have here.
What? Oh, this isn't ours. We're just visiting.
Oh,
How
Who
long have
lives-
you been visiting?
About a month.
hmm.
Yes, yes, this is the rock gnome city of Razor.
Oh,
Gnomes?
Shouldn't take them for granted.
Yes,
wow.
right.
I mean,
Wait.
we. Go ahead, Amber.
Rock gnomes? But I thought only gnomes came from the sky?
Well,
Who knows that?
well, our specific species, Amber, is air gnomes. There are actually gnomes in general all share a special connection to the earth, either above or below. The air gnomes reach the skies, while I guess some gnomes live underground. And I have to say,
Also
very
forest.
interesting.
There's also forest gnomes, but they don't usually they don't usually come to this continent.
Yeah, there's an echo. I think that, Josh, you keep leaning away from your microphone is causing an echo somehow.
I'll speak a little lower.
And be a little closer. Anyway, oh my.
Quick DM question.
Yes,
Am I healed?
yes, I healed.
Oh, yay, we're all healed, yay.
Oh, I forgot to. Speaking of, I forgot to pop out Faye's character sheet because I'm a professional.
yeah,
Yay.
let me just adjust.
Yay.
Yeah, let me just adjust to normal stuff after the battle.
We're all professional.
This is fascinating.
It's pretty.
The fact that you don't. The fact that you.
Computer. Sorry.
It's okay. This is fascinating. The fact that you don't construct buildings out of the stone, you construct it with the stone, using the stalactites and stalagmites as a part of your structure. It's fascinating.
I mean, it's not.
Yes, it's one of the few architectural disagreements that we have.
I mean, it's not the first. I mean, it's not the first time that we've seen architecture made with the environment.
It's true.
So you said you'd be able to take me to Gustro?
Oh, yes.
Yay, map. Wow, Amber is huge.
Oh,
Where are we?
bottom
that is
right.
Amber
right.
is huge.
Good. Because I have to.
Yeah,
Yeah. Just give me 1 second, guys. I'm just adding my VP.
there it is.
Yeah, that macro is so great. For anyone using Roll20, if you hold shift and then hold click, you can drag everybody's view to where you're pointing.
Oh, okay.
Hey Josh, where's my cat?
In California.
Oh, That's mean.
Sorry.
Oh, don't make her sad.
That's
You're so
mean.
That's just what I do. I'm a horrible human being. You all knew this.
Hey, do you want to join me in the number of people Josh is gonna kill today?
No. Alright, anyways.
You
Continue.
know what I just realized? I never added the bonuses from Heroes Feast other than the HP to my character sheet.
Well, I think that's all.
Whoops.
Well, that's what you normally do. That it's just the HP, and then Josh covers the rest.
Yeah. At least that's what I usually do.
Yeah, whatever.
What can I say except whatever?
Shut up.
Alright, so one of the arrow gnomes says, alright, I'll look at him real quick. Just hang tight and, I don't know, say hi to people.
Sure.
And he just, like, takes off in like a sprint. You've never seen someone...
Okay, there's something seriously going on with your microphone.
Yeah.
I think it's just, what's wrong is that, unfortunately, yeah. As much as we try to block, it's, my voice is still being picked up by, Kelsey.
Oh. Okay.
I've even
Yeah, but that
pointed the mic.
doesn't-
I've pointed the mic away from him. I'm really close to it. I don't know.
No, it's not that. It's like, even with that, you sound far away from your own microphone at the same time.
Yeah, and you fade in and out.
Well,
Literally,
yeah,
honey,
that's the
just-
problem. That's the problem. It's like I gotta move. It's like in order to not echo, I have to be facing down. But in order to actually do the session, I have to be facing up.
Move your
I
mic,
see.
honey.
But if I move my mic up, then that's when we're gonna get some echo.
Literally, honey, you want to know what I do when I am doing the sessions with Ladies' Night?
All
I
right.
literally put the microphone at my mouth and don't let it leave my lips.
I am.
Well, but you say you keep moving your head.
I have to
the
keep moving my
microphone-
head so there's no echo.
And keep your microphone right there with you.
Technical
He
difficulties.
has a really mobile microphone. It's really cool. He has the arm and whatnot, and it's really good. Just it's a muscle memory thing. It took me a little bit of practice.
Okay.
Sorry I brought it up. I just...
My only issue is that every now and then he fades in and out, so I struggle to process what he's saying. That's all.
Yeah, no, that's why I was saying something about it too. I can
You
barely
know what?
hear him.
I'll just mitigate the situation.
Okay. Okay. Anyway.
All right. Jalarum speaks up. So so he speaks over to the two aeronomes. So would any of you happen to know what those pillars back there? We saw a bunch of structures that apparently belong to a gnome.
We saw a fallen structure that seemed to belong to more ancient eras of the air gnomes. Do you know what happened? Where that came from?
Oh well, a lot of gnomes have similar architecture. In fact, you could probably see a little bit of air gnome inspiration in the architecture here. So yes, it is. So in a sense, you could say, it is air gnome, but it's really not.
Oh. Well, it's interesting
Is
to
there-
know that if all the gnome species take inspiration from one another.
Okay, Faye's looking at the size of the tunnel, and she looks back at newly huge Amber, and she's like, is she going to be able to fit through here?
Well, maybe
She could squeeze, I think.
I'm sorry. It's just that they're
My son,
down
are you
here.
gonna be okay?
I just feel like I need to be prepared. The venom is still down here.
Oh,
I'm sure that everybody here has precautions in case something shows up.
They've never met Venom before.
That, and we are still missing a significant portion of our forces.
Actually,
don't know.
That's another thing I wanted to ask. Did any of you happen upon any dwarves while you were searching around the tunnels for us?
Yes, a lot of them.
Where?
Please tell me they're alive.
Some of them didn't make it, fortunately.
Understandable, but regrettable.
Was there a dwarf with a great orange beard and kind of an arrogant, even for a dwarf, bearing about him? Faye's not good at diplomacy. Shut up.
I'm not upset. I'm amused.
Is Verdoc offended,
there's
or
a couple of those. You're gonna have to be a bit more specific.
Do you know if any of them were named Orkrim?
No, a lot of them were unconscious, so we didn't really get a lot of their names.
Where are they?
They're in an infirmary deeper in the city.
Oh, so they're here. You transported them all here?
Yes.
All right. Thank you. I will be on my way.
Do you even know where that is?
I rhyme.
Could someone go with her, just to be sure?
Yeah, I'll head off with her.
Oh, and
It's already going. Alright.
She stops for a moment in the middle of the road, and almost belatedly, she realizes, oh right, I should probably look different.
Yeah.
Oh right, social grace.
Faye also looks at the three who are just rushing off. So I wasn't aware all of you knew your way around the city.
Oh. Yeah.
I'm a woman. I do ask for directions.
Oh! Well then.
Oh, she's got us there.
Alright.
And
I had
gender
to.
equality
I
marches on.
Perfect. I had to. It was perfect. Oh, cheese and crackers! They just popped out of nowhere.
I am so proud of you right now. You don't even know.
No, personally, I do ask for directions,
Speaking
but
of directions, excuse me, sir.
I'm the odd man out.
Where might I find the infirmary?
Oh, right. So he points over to this direction, to the
Left, right, up, down. Thank you.
that way.
Diagonally. Great. Thank you very much.
Oh.
I expected. You're not a dwarf. I expected a lot more dwarves here.
That's why I'm going to the infirmary.
Oh.
This one is a dwarf, though.
Oh, yes. Any wounds that or
He
anything
took
I
care.
can do for you?
He took care of it, but thank you very much. I must be off.
Oh, right. Nice to see you.
Jalum walks over and he notices the bearded gnome. You must be Gustro Galoris.
How do you know who I am?
Actually, how does he know?
The
Magnificent mansion.
The mansion.
Oh right, yeah. Sorry.
Ivan.
Yeah. What?
You might want to come over here.
What, did you find something?
Someone found us.
Ivan? You're... How? Gustro just runs over to Ivan and scoops him up in a hug.
Oh. Hugs.
I thought you were dead, my boy!
I missed you so much. Guys, this is Gustro. He's my Papa, well, he's not my papa. He's the village elder who adopted me. I'm his son. I'm not really his son, but we got
Adopted
together.
dad.
and-
Yes, we got it. We got it.
We get it. We get it.
You're not dead. I'm so happy.
Dra-
Okay, Ben.
This
Yeah,
is so
I'm
wholesome
not
right now.
dead. You fell off the city and no one knew where you were.
I know. I broke my legs and one of my arms, and somebody found me and they healed me, but I didn't know the magic. I couldn't come home, but now I'm home.
Well, sort of.
Really
It's-
bad echo, Josh. Like,
Yeah.
really bad echo.
This calls for a dragon hug.
Well, sort of. It's you're not exactly, home, but I guess home is where the heart is, and home is where people care about you, but and all that jazz. But it's nice to see
Faye
you.
leans over to Joel and was like, now we know where Ivan gets it from.
Mhm.
Clearly.
You're here, and that's home, and that's good enough for me.
Who are your
So,
friends?
this is my group. I've been traveling with them for a long time. Best people ever. This is Jalrum.
Greetings, sir.
He just walks up. He just walks up and hugs your waist. Nice to meet you.
Oh, thank you, sir. He gives him a nice pat on the back. He's like,
Oh, I was expecting a pat on the head.
thank you.
This is Faith Urin.
Like, good day. May I hug you?
I suppose I've gotten used to it now with Ivan around.
It's how all gnomes meet each other.
Yes, but it's always polite to ask a lady first before hugging.
Of course.
Faye just kind of opens her arms.
She gives her a big hug. He gives her a big hug.
That's it. Goodbye.
And this is. So he looks up at Amber. Oh, Mama.
Okay,
And-
Amber immediately flushes.
And I'm back.
Dude, I was eating. That wasn't cool.
Amber just flushes on her rump. Like, what?
Well, this lovely lady right here is my heart song, Amber Hawthorne.
Your. Wait.
Uh-huh.
Um,
Yeah, Amber
Faye.
starts... Anyway, I was trying to say, Amber, imagine this big dragon sitting on her rump, beamy red and fidgeting.
Aww.
Hey, Amber.
I can also
perhaps you should turn-
imagine her just putting her head to the ground and just covering her face.
Yes, at this point, because it's like this is her lover's parental guardian.
Hey, Amber, maybe you should turn back into your other form so that you can look him in the eye easier.
I'm safer in this form, and I can protect people better.
You can't protect yourself from your cuteness, though. Case in point.
Quiet, Jalrap.
That wasn't Jalarum.
That was Shay.
I was-
Sorry, Shay.
The quiet voice in my head.
Okay, Amber. Okay, I poke my eyes out from underneath my claws. I'm like, it's nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. And then it's like he begins whispering to Ivan. So give me 1 second. Wait, what? He's whispering to Ivan.
In Gnomish?
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Alright. Okay. Never mind. Not that.
Assembly? Presumably.
Oh,
good. You know, fellow nerd.
Really, I was just trying to say assumably, but I realized, oh, that probably isn't a word.
No,
assumably is a word, I'm pretty sure.
It is. I think it is, yeah. I don't know if that's how it's spelled.
Dictionary.com.
All right, so you all see Ivan try to like show some pieces of paper, and Gustro's looking at this up and down, left and right, and you see his smile just get wider and wider. And then he very stealthily hands it back to Ivan. And then he says, he whispers one more thing.
Ivan squeals and shakes his hands a little bit.
What? Ivan, is everything okay?
Yeah, it's. Yeah, Jaminia's looking over and smiling. Oh no, the cinnamon rolls are conspiring. God's help us all.
Ivan, you're.
Are you okay? For real?
I still can't connect to the internet. It is. I'm struggling very hard not to either swear, punch something, or scream right now.
Then mute, and then you can do all of that you want.
Good idea. Thank you.
Yeah.
Isn't technology wonderful?
Anyway.
Okay.
Yeah, Amber is a
Assumably
little worried
and
now.
presumably are actually interchangeable.
Probably gonna have to reboot my entire computer again.
Okay.
Alrighty.
Okay.
Andy, what were you gonna say?
Well, I was trying. Yeah, Amber was looking a little worried because Ivan's crying a lot. What's going on?
I'm not saying a word.
Oh no, the cinnamon rolls are conspiring. It's happy crying.
I'm not saying a word.
Okay, can I can I roll a sense motive to see if I can get an idea of what's going on in his head?
Go for it.
Come on, nat one. I don't want to know yet.
Oh.
Well, none of that one.
That is almost the opposite of an at one.
Yeah.
Very good.
Don't.
Alright, you've been around Ivan long enough to know when, you know. I'll just whisper it to you.
Actually, Skype it to me. I'm recording.
Okay, that's the case. All right.
So Ivan, what do you call? Ivan like hugs Gustro again. So what happened to all the other air gnomes? Are they okay?
Oh yes, there's a city that we reestablished over on the Vexen branch. But we've hidden it very, very well. You know, anti-divination. You know, just basically every single protection under the sun.
So I was right that you were. So I was right that you were that you were on the Vexit branch.
Correct. Wait, how did you know that?
Lots of logical deductions.
She reads a lot of books.
Well, not that. Well, something more specific. The Jalam Nazafe is like might as well show him the journal.
We were on Cumelis and we found this, and she shows him the burnt page.
Oh.
Between that and
He's studying it up and down, left and right. He's like really twisting it around in a very exaggerated manner. All right. There aren't any more copies of this, are there?
No.
Good, because we've made some very great pains to, you know, not be found.
Don't
Oh,
worry.
that's what we're used to.
Don't worry. The information has only been spoken of with people that we trust. And besides that, it was really more of a theory on my part anyway. I just happen to be a little on the smart side.
That's good. I don't like to think I'm about on the smart side myself. But, yes. So you know why we met, right?
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, I don't like the direction that this conversation is turning, so why don't we move on to something else?
Oh, could you give us the tour of the Vexit Branch City?
When we get there?
Eventually, when we get there.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Yes, eventually if we get there, but, you know, it's we still got some business to do here.
I just
Why are you in the Rock Gnome City?
Yes, we did some calculations recently, and we realized that the diamond that's currently powering Cumulus was about to run out, so we realized we needed to, you know, briefly bunk with our friends in order to have a good vantage point in order to acquire a large diamond.
Oh, so I guess my hunch was right then.
Hunch?
Any luck with finding a diamond?
The scouting party hasn't quite returned yet, but no, they're supposed to check in about a few hours or so.
Okay.
Well, if you're looking for a diamond, I know one, but unfortunately, Zhao looks up. We kind of fell quite a while from it.
Unfortunate.
Yeah.
Oh well. Anyways, he starts looking around. Ooh. Not sure if we can actually find you guys rooms here. It's already pretty packed because of you know, like a lot of new patients.
I know.
If need be, I can conjure up a place for us to rest.
And well, oh, wait a minute. Amber just realized my amulet's gone.
Huh? What?
I'm not sure you need it anymore, Amber.
I figured that, but hey, that was the last possession I had. That was Hawthorne's.
Oh no. I'm sorry, my song.
No, I'm gonna go back and look for it.
Wait,
But
Amber,
no.
that's... Wait, no, Amber, don't! I know what that amulet means to you, but... Venom is still out there. It's not wise to risk it.
You just barely got out of your last scruff, and it was because you reached a much stronger form. What if he comes back stronger? What if you can't handle it?
You know she doesn't have to go alone, right?
That's true.
And I don't wanna give a little tidbit secret. Well, then again, Cruel is probably already on his way telling his precious king about my little change. Still, I'm not leaving that behind.
Well,
I'm
if you
not
do...
suggesting you do. I just think we should wait to look for it. At least long enough that we can heal up.
Ambi, if you give us enough time to get settled, I promise I will go with you to find the amulet.
Okay, Amber's gonna try shifting into her human form without it for the first time.
All right. In 1 second. Or... And... Come on, work.
Oh, she disappeared.
Yeah, it's okay. He's just kidding my human form. Give him a minute.
Your human form is invisible.
I mean, true sight.
Yeah.
Bippity boppity boop. Oh, there I am.
There he is.
There you are.
Okay, and I'm crying.
Don't worry, we'll find it. I just want us to be smart about it, okay? She goes over and puts her hand on Amber's shoulder.
I know, and you're right. I'm listening. I'm just. Yeah, Amber picks up Ivan and just hugs.
I know, my song. You're scared, and you want to have a piece of your father with you. Trust me. I just got my father back. I know what it feels like to be reunited like that, but I promise you, if we play this smart and we go at the right time, we will find it. But right now is not the right time.
Okay.
Relax.
As soon as we can.
As soon as we can.
As soon
I
as we
promise.
can.
Yeah, you look over to Gustro, and his fists are like under his chin. And he's just got like the biggest, goofiest grin.
What's he thinking?
Yes, they are very cute when they do that.
Gustro is a shipper confirmed.
Yes. Who isn't?
Oh,
Evan,
yeah. Okay, yeah. Amber immediately puts Ivan down. Sorry.
I think Valil is a shipper too.
That happens a
Oh.
lot.
Well, yeah, but Amber walks up to Guster real quick. May I hug you?
He doesn't answer. He just immediately tackles you.
He's a keeper.
Ivan, I think I'll keep this one too.
Goodbye. It's like, yay, big happy family.
Goes around the group hug.
Faye goes over and just kind of hugs Jalarum. Just her heart is like warmed up at this scene.
Oh.
The other air gnomes also kind of squealing at this.
John gives a comforting shoulder around Faether.
Come on, Jaminia, join in.
Well, I think this is like the first time in a while I've actually seen something happy. I mean, especially for Ivan and Amber, and I guess Gustro, I guess, even though we never saw him.
First time in a while you've seen something happy, Amael?
All right, let me. Regarding I meant regarding Ivan.
I mean, we have to have like a
solid. Faye just gives Jalarum a solid pinch on the shoulder.
I mean, we have to have a foot in mouth count for at least every session.
That's fair.
Honey, you know the.
Jalarum,
I know. I'll
do
shut up.
yourself a favor, stop talking.
Apologies, my love.
Jal.
So I think in that case, I'm going to move a little bit. I'm going to move over to Ryan and Owen, who will probably finish who will be continuing the conversation that they've been having in the chat.
Okay.
Let's do that.
Which I've been unable to read because of this cursed internet.
I don't know what to do for the Lightbringer, but for now, it appears. Do you all have this effect on everyone you meet? Their lives are going smoothly, no issues, everything they know is correct and right, and then as soon as they meet all of you, everything we know is wrong, and we're suddenly fighting for all of our lives, and everything changes.
Do you really want the answer to that?
Does that happen with everyone you meet?
Do you really want the answer to that?
Used to.
I can vouch for that.
Shut up.
As you are well aware, I went many decades living on my own, and at best, I would cause a little bit of trouble unintentionally by those I'd come across. It was never on this scale. I had a hard time dealing with it. I had a hard time believing that I could even handle these outrageous circumstances. And I honestly think I showed that frustration by lashing out at anyone else who I saw making blatant mistakes. But I have gotten better with it. I still don't know whether we're going to be able to handle the circumstances that befall us.
I love this room.
But there are a few things that have helped me to keep moving forward. I just have to. Sorry.
I was just gonna ask, and those would be.
Yes. I've just had to remind myself to not nag about constant thoughts of failure. Just keep doing what you can in the best way you know how. And you'll find that people will accept your efforts. Just as much as we will accept yours, Rhyme. Because I know you are doing all you can with what you have.
So keep killing things, got it.
I had hoped that you'd be thinking more about trusting the group. We trying to trust you.
It was my poor attempt at humor. I understand where you're coming from.
Yes, humor.
I hate all of you.
We love you.
Okay.
Sorry.
It's to be fair, I did try and listen to the general during that battle, but I mean, until Jewel came and just absolutely blew us all to smithereens, I think it was going pretty well.
It was.
We just need to get their you out of the way. You are perhaps the most pivotal member of our team, and as the true mirrors that they seem to be,
as the Tarrasque
he's the
can
pivotal
attest.
member of theirs. Although, may I say, I'm fairly thankful that you never tried to summon a zombie army.
I hate zombies.
Yet.
Oi.
Don't give him ideas.
I was trying to not say it.
I hate zombies.
Well, there is much more we can do here right now. Let us go see Orkram and the dwarves, see if we can convince them to help better our chances here.
Of course. I mean, to be fair, our efforts did spare them quite a few casualties. Hopefully they see that we are on their side, even though I sense that you have had your difficulties with them in the past.
Orkram very nearly put me to death many decades ago. He was that infuriated by my mere existence.
difficulties, yes.
You see Rockmill walk up to you. Apologies, sir, madam, but we cannot, unless you all are here, I would really not recommend coming to here to the infirmary, unless you're hurt.
Was Rhyme healed?
Somebody's vacuuming outside.
I would assume that everyone was. That's what Josh had said.
No, like, canonically, in-game, bloody ball.
Yeah, well, canonically in-game, I put all your HP back to max. Just for the sake
It was a mass heal, wasn't it? So that makes sense.
We may not be injured, sir. However, we are with them. She points basically to the rows and rows of soldiers.
It looks. One of the conscious dwarves looks up and says, "It's like, get vouch for her."
Cool. One voucher.
It is imperative that we see to them. I am sure you are doing an excellent job. However, we aren't healers. We are here as diplomats. You continue to do your job to the best of your ability, and we shall do ours.
Right. Sure.
Thank
He very tentatively steps back.
Thank you. She looks like she's searching for the right word. Appreciate all that you do.
Oh, thank you.
Question mark.
And then then she turns to Owen. Oh, good, I said the right thing.
Cute.
These two are adorable.
They really are. Also, I just had the idea of, like, if Rhyme failed to be nice, it's like, I don't see a reason to kill you immediately.
I'll take that as a compliment.
That's probably how it starts.
We have to kill you in the morning.
So, you find Orkram sitting on a cot, as it, like those that you would find at like a sick bay or like a military infirmary, and you see Orkram just sitting on the cot unconscious.
Mm.
Oh boy.
If that is the case,
At least he's alive.
I feel we're going to need a bit of a wake-up call.
What are you going to do?
Dreamscape?
Beat Owen.
He's going to be chaotic.
Like I said, beat Owen.
Oh, that's nice.
I figured
That
he
works.
was going that route.
Okay.
Y'all assume he was going to enter his dreamscape. Y'all are mean people.
I was just about to say, I have a cat. They're good at waking people up.
Gosh, if that ain't the truth.
So yeah, Owen, in a surprising show, actually heals a lot of Orkram's wounds, and then you see Orkram just kind of give like a very pleasant hum of comfort. And Pantomile apparently jumps on Orkram's chest and starts gently patting his face, and
She starts.
Suddenly Orkram just sneezes.
I was gonna say she was gonna be needing biscuits on his beard, but yeah, that'll work too.
Yeah,
Same with the beard.
he sneezes.
Uh-oh.
Wake up, beard face!
He's allergic to cats.
For the last time, it's beard for say.
It's Amstelville!
Satine, actually.
He just kind of sits up and just starts rubbing his nose, like occasionally coughing, sneezing.
I apologize for that. I didn't know you were allergic. Normally she just does what she wants.
To be fair, I didn't know I was allergic either. We don't really have cats in Optimar.
Oh, and you might want to cast that spell again.
Funny as it is.
I'm sorry, but
It's
I
okay.
don't think I have medicine for allergies.
If there's no spell for Benadryl or something like that is watching, can you please start making a cantrip for cure allergies?
Yes, please.
There's probably a homebrew version of it.
I cast Benadryl.
There's probably a homebrew
Like,
version
serious
of it
allergies.
somewhere.
If it was summon Benadryl, something, you know, just.
Or like a
Yeah, instead of pig food and water, it's make aspirin and Benadryl.
But
or like a
but
discretion type spell, but
we don't want him to go
instead of,
unconscious again.
Like weird magical effects, it instead has the effects of like an over-the-counter drug.
Mm-hmm. Can we get back to the game, please?
When the farm-
Now Tantamila's sulking because she's rarely had someone be allergic to her before, and she always takes it personally. I can't freaking.
The Orca, yeah,
I'm gonna
Orca
miss you.
looks at both of you. Hi. Is the rest of your party alive?
Barely.
Oh.
We discovered most of them relatively. They're all kicking
Okay.
and alive. It's just they were, when we found them, quite banged up, around the same as you all, I'm assuming.
So, fortunately, most of you, I guess, been on the way though.
I am sorry. I know it is the nature of war, but it can never be easy.
No, ever since meeting your party, it's been you and these heroes of Dominions. In a way,
Cannot hear you if you're talking,
in a-
Josh.
Your heroes of Dominions. You are some of the most frustrating people I've ever met. You've caused me much anger, but at the same time, I'm kind of glad that I met you because, well, probably ironic saying this, but I feel like I've become more humble.
There's a lot of that going around.
That is true.
Don't know, it's things have changed. Other things have changed. I don't know, I'm just not the same man I was, and looking back at the man I was, I think I hate him.
I think I'm too young to offer proper perspective on this, but I think that if you don't like who you used to be and feel humble about yourself how you currently are, it means that you've done something right.
Yes, but I feel like the ghost of that other me is going to be haunting me.
There are always ways to atone. What do you think was your biggest flaw or issue? Your hesitance to interact with the outside world, anger, pride, I don't know. I don't know your life.
Right, definitely pride.
Then do you think you could... Would you like to perhaps amend for that in some way, shape, or form?
I don't know where to start.
I may have an idea.
Dragon is hungry. Oh no.
You are currently being cared for by rock gnomes.
Yes.
but we have an air gnome in our party, and he has just reunited with the rest of his clan. These air gnomes are here because their home that they had for centuries is not fully operational. I believe that you have something that they need in order to return home.
Which is?
See.
Now, I'm not saying that you need to offer them this without any sort of recompense. I'm not saying that you absolutely have to, or I will. She flicks her fingers around with some magic hoo-ha coming out of it. I'm not saying that you need to do anything, or else there will be consequences. However, if you seek to atone for what you have done and do something different.
Orkrim looks over to Owen.
Hoo-ha.
But yeah, something.
What was that? I didn't even hear that. And
The
I
air
will in
gnomes
the next.
the air gnomes aren't people I hurt.
No, but it's a start.
Baby steps.
I suppose.
Um,
I'm still very tired. I would appreciate if I could rest of them. I have a lot out.
if Rhyme looks at Owen, do you have anything to say before he goes back to his nap?
My sincere thanks to you, Your Highness. I do appreciate what you are offering.
You see Orkrim just very, very tensely. It's like his fist is kind of. Please forgive.
Oh my gosh, I'm actually crying a little bit.
Did I hear him say what he think is that? Because he kept fading in and out.
I forgive you, please forgive me. And I'm crying a little bit.
Oh.
I forgave your actions some time ago. I admit it has been most difficult. It doesn't mean that everything you did is okay and forgotten, but I have learned to let go of my resentment, and it does mean a lot to hear that you are learning to let go of yours.
You see, it's like a single tear drop down Orkrim's cheek, and he just kind of turns away from you and tries to go back to sleep.
You don't
I
see me
think
crying.
that's our cue. We should probably return. May I be frank with you? I'm not super ready to go back to happy fun times land, but you know what? We kind of have to.
Content mile.
It's just our lot in life.
Oh, hang on. Let me see.
Is Tantamar gonna follow her?
You're lucky Amber's not an earshot of either you two.
Mm-hmm. Let's see.
I really need to say, the way you phrase things, Ari, just makes me smile so much.
There's because
That's a compliment.
if Amber heard any of this from you two, she'd be shouting at you both. Well, I'm sorry if our happy moments are such a damper on your lives.
Sorry to add a little sunshine to such a dark campaign.
Wow, that sucked. Okay.
Best to suck now.
Before she
Dark
leaves, she sort of.
campaign. I'm
Before
sorry, I didn't
she-
expect Finn to be racist.
Before
Not what I
she.
meant.
Ash. Before she leaves, she sort of brushes her fingers against his forehead and she casts. I don't. Why did it go twice? Oh wait, no, because it was taking forever to respond the first time. Just take the first one. I don't care. Just so that he's a little bit extra protected.
All right.
That's good.
And yeah.
So
Tanta-
you're
and
touching.
Tant-
So you're touching. So you're. Who are you casting it on?
Or Grim.
Okay.
You know, the one that she was very adamant about making sure was safe.
Okay.
Tantamile, on the other hand, is strutting by haughtily like, fine, if you're too good to play with me, I'm too good to play with you. I'm not stopping.
Sassy kitty.
I'm picturing Marie
Uh.
from the Aristocats.
Shall we proceed? I think my cat is about to leave us.
Hey Lala, you've got a new customer.
All right then. I think I shall move back to the rest
Happy
of the
Sunshine
party.
Land.
That is
So the rest of you have just been, talking and eating as you have.
Just like Yoshi's
been-
story.
Excuse me.
You have all it over. Some. There, you there.
How long has this pen been used? I have ADHD. I get distracted easily.
So while he's doing that,
So me.
Ari,
Yeah.
with the whole "I know how to ask for directions" comment, you know what's funny? No, seriously, the other day, Ash and I were trying to work out how to get a new game to work, and I was like, well, I mean, we could look up some instructions online or something, like maybe someone else has figured out how to do it, and Ash was insisting on just, I can figure it myself, and I just said to him, Ash, do I need to be the wife in this relationship and tell you to ask for directions? That's all, folks.
All right, so
Perfect timing.
Ow.
all right, so all of you are sitting at a grand table, filled with a whole bunch of food, and the air gnomes and rock gnomes are just pleasantly watching you eat.
That's not creepy.
Are you sure none of you want any food?
Oh no, it's not often that we have guests, and we like to entertain.
Well, thank you.
Was that from my computer?
We'll be having you for dinner later.
Murdoch moves over to Murdoch moves closer to Ivan and whispers in his ear, "The big eyes are really freaking me out."
Wait, Ivan needs to look at him now.
Ivan closes his eyes, looks at Murdoch, and then opens them quickly.
Doc, we're over on the top left in case you want to move.
Yeah, it's and then Murdoch he just looks at Ivan and he just like grumbles into his soup.
Yes, DM. What kind of food is on the table?
Yes, a lot of soup. A little bit, and in the soup is a lot of meat, a lot of veggies, and yeah, a lot of things are very well seasoned. Kind of
Faye
a
is eating for
spicy
two.
beef stew.
No one wants beef.
So we're at soup.
Boys. Anyway, okay. Amber just makes up the bowl
Nabbit
and
voice.
starts chugging.
So what did y'all mean when he said we were at soup?
Rhyme, okay. Rhyme has entered the room and she taps on one of the air domes' shoulders. Is the jolly gentleman that I ran into earlier your leader?
Sort of. Well, sort of. He's currently the leader of our little band of party, but, you know, we have someone else in charge over at New Camellis.
Excellent.
Eucumelus?
Eucumelus?
Oh, yes, that's what we call our city on the Vexit branch.
Oh. So New Melis.
No.
Yes.
Gostro's eyes widened. Why didn't we think of that?
No!
Yes.
Then Rhyme goes over to tap on Gustro.
Hello.
Yes.
I believe that if you ask the Dwarven King for a particularly large diamond, he may be a little bit more willing to give, or at least loan, it to you.
Oh, that's wonderful. He moves over to Ivan and Amber. He's like, excuse me, I gotta leave for a little bit. I'll be right back. Something very important just came up.
Hold on. He's sleeping.
I can wait.
Okay.
You don't look like you're about to wait.
Apparently, someone's not familiar with the phrase. Hurry up and wait.
As you wish, sir.
Josh, your mouth hurts my brain.
The dwarves are all right. A few were lost, but luckily the casualties were kept to a fair minimum.
Yeah, Murdoch size.
That's good. That's good. Although it's really sad that any lives were lost at all.
It is war. I was expecting worse.
Actually,
But
thank you all for saving as many as you could.
I was expecting worse, but she looked over Jalrum. I'm glad you have a decent head for strategy on your shoulders.
Well, to be fair, it's a little bit diminished. I was hoping that we could get out of the bridge ordeal unscathed.
You hadn't planned for a pyromaniacal astral deva.
Speaking of which, how far did you came into contact with Jewel again, yeah?
Yes.
How far along do you think you got to breaking through the Elvana's conditioning?
As she was being dragged off, she said she was sorry.
Wow. Jalum did
You see Nyan just not. You see Nyan kind of hang her head too.
Oh, don't worry, Faither, and I got in a good quip on her.
That's all that counts.
You can see you can see Jalum writing down in his notebook what to say possibly to Jewel.
Personally, what worked was emphasizing family to her. Nyan is her family, but I made sure to keep myself hidden because she has absolutely no familiar or close connection with myself. At least not how I actually look now.
I see. And
I remembered a lullaby that Miss Saria would sing to us. And since I know of her origins now, I thought perhaps it wasn't actually a human or an elven lullaby, but it could have been a drow lullaby. So I took a risk.
it seemed to have paid off.
More like a... How'd you describe it? Sister Nesty?
Sister Nesty.
Maybe more of a Sister Nesty lullaby.
True, that would make sense for Miss Saria. She... Question, DM, was she around when they were still the Sister Nesty?
10 minutes.
Was Nioth?
No,
Alice
Ellis Frye.
Yes.
Then that would make sense. But either way, I sang to her in Elven. Well, no, not Elven. I sang to her. She seemed to understand. Of course, I did it while I was invisible, so she probably thinks it's voices in her head. But you know what? I'll take a win.
Jal chuckles a little bit of that. All right then.
The doctor did show up, and she had on true seeing. She was able to see me even invisible, but she didn't see. She motions to herself this form. She saw the Sister Nesty form, and I changed my voice a little bit. I am desperately hoping that she didn't make the connection. That's the best laid plans of mice and men.
Jal, you can see him just like making check marks for what he eventually wants to say to Venom before the final battle. Amber, you said you were in contact with Gruul again. Is that what happened with the Jal makes like the giant motion of the like how big she's gotten?
I
think she's a little bit bigger than that.
yeah, Amber. I look a little guilty at Jalarum, and then like cross my arms. I was in pain. He was gonna kill Jim. I tried to talk to him. I tried, Jalarum, but I'm not good at it. I said some things. I could have phrased them better.
Well, calm down.
Amber, calm down.
Well,
it's all right.
I messed up his plan. It was a good plan.
Well, hang on. Now that we know,
What did you say exactly?
You all know that I would protect all of you with my life. This goes extremely strong towards Jemenia, especially after that one mistake that I'm over. Just talking. I am over it though. But I figured Ravis had the same connection with Cruel and Cruel with Ravis, so I tried to make that connection and get him to understand that Ravis thought we were special too, just like he saw Cruel. It doesn't make sense though that Ravis was a pure Drell race though, and yet he's willing to extend
Then, did you...
you insulted his pride.
I didn't mean to. I was...
Amber, it's all right. Word crafting is not necessarily your strongest suit, as you say.
I think she was trying to make him rethink his loyalties based on the fact that, well, Ravis hasn't been exactly candid about the superiority and purity of his people.
But it didn't come out that way. Cruel wants to and believes that he is a pure Drow, though maybe that's a shield of denial. But Ravis believed in him enough to see him that way, I guess. I don't know. I don't know how his ration needs work, but
Yeah.
it makes no sense. And I was just trying to get Cruel to understand that, but Cruel wants to be a pure drow. He doesn't want to be a whatever.
Oh, Jal immediately.
Please tell me that you did not call him that. You did, didn't you?
Amber shrieks into a rat.
Amber, it's fine.
And then she immediately crawls and hides behind Ivan's neck.
Amber,
Did somebody say jitters? Anyway.
Yep.
Where did Amber go?
Amber, it's fine. Now
Tetmile is on the
that's
neck
what I was
right
saying,
next to Ivan.
don't- Like, that's where I think we know not to insult his pride and not refer to him as something he thinks he isn't.
All you hear is chittering and loud squeaks of. You can probably not tell what she's saying, but you can tell she's sad.
Alright.
Squeaking along the lines of, "You do it yourself then, I tried and I'm sorry." Squeaky squeak.
Amber is perfectly fine. On that note, as he's looking to Ivan, learning from what he's thinking, from Ivan's little denial bluff. Do you think Ivan? Do you think we got through to him? Do you think Whispering Wind got through to him?
To who? What do you mean?
Back when
To Belial.
to Belial. do you
Let's
think-
not beat around the bush. You're not the greatest of liars, Ivan.
Was it that obvious?
A little bit.
A little bit.
Okay, so long story short, when me and Verdok were separated from the group, we got to talk to Belial more than just with a whispering wind.
Oh.
We
Scary pointy dark dude had a dagger.
What?
yes. Okay, so
Does
Belial.
Ivan? I'll pause. Does Ivan speak Sylvan?
No, that was Faye. Like she was saying that to Faye because she's like ticked that Ivan hit it.
Yeah, but Ivan's responding to what Tantamile said.
Well, I comprehend. I can cast. I'll just say I casted comprehend languages there so I could hear. Anyway, long story short, Belial had a knife to Verdok's throat, and Tantamile woke me up at just the right time to prevent him from doing anything severe.
Bert's obviously still here, so I have to assume you were able to talk him down.
I talked him down, but I'm not sure if I fully got through to him. I played the Song of the Sun to calm his emotions, and I tried to convince him to be an individual and to be independent and to think for himself. I know it's not going to happen on the first try. I'm aware of that, but part of me wants to believe that when he took the time alone and we left him there, maybe he's starting to rethink things. Maybe the things I said to him and the things Jal said to him. I think there's hope for him, okay? I think there's a lot of hope for him.
Hashtag Dream
The only
Belial.
thing I'm worried is he told us to leave him alone, and I just hope he made it out okay.
It was actually really cool the way he knocked him down.
Thank you, Katie.
Ivan is rather good at talking people down, I must admit.
I assume that the Drow eventually came for him and brought him back with them, but I just hope that what we said to him, he takes it to heart, and maybe he'll come around.
Well, I do know from personal experience that change doesn't happen overnight, and it certainly takes quite a lot longer if the person isn't willing to change.
He was crying like a little baby. Does that help?
He was definitely. I could tell from his emotions that he was able to back down when I spoke to him, and all he said was just give him time to think. So, at the very least, he's on the fence.
I'll put that down as a maybe.
Hashtag redeem
It's
Valil.
still more help than we've had for quite a while. I admit I don't want to harm Valil.
But the doctor lady, feel free.
Faye mutters something impolite in Elvish at the mention of Elvana.
Jarl winces at what he hears.
Rhyme also flinches ever so slightly, but she doesn't try and say anything to refute it.
Yeah, Jaminia flinches as well, as does Nyan.
The Faye looks over at Jaminia. You understood that?
We've established that Jaminia can speak Elvish.
Yeah, out of character. In character, Faye still has no idea.
Ah, okay.
I'm not fluent, but diplomatic missions you pick up, you learn some. I've studied it for about 2 years.
No,
So I
Faye's
can,
eyes.
Ah! It interrupted the conversation. But yeah. Strategies over soup. That's what we'll call that. Strategies over soup. Okay. Now, I am very hungry, so I think instead of just giving my thoughts here, I'll say something on the Discord server. Well, I am Yoshi64. I cannot wait for next week. But until then, see ya.